Dawn, 16th July 2023, the battered army for hire in Pakistan lacks patience. Pakistan was established as a buffer between India and Afghanistan as part of the British Great Game. Pakistan has been doing this duty admirably, but its society has become entirely politicized. The change in mood is most likely the result of the martyrdom of 12 troops this week in two instances in Balochistan, the military's most considerable single-day death toll from terrorist strikes this year. With two communications from the highest echelons of the state arriving on consecutive days, Pakistan's anger with the Afghan Taliban's accommodative stance to militant organizations, barring ISK, on its soil has been stated more vehemently than average. The military's media wing released a statement criticizing the safe havens and liberty of action available to TTP in Afghanistan on Friday. The Taliban leadership was also criticized yesterday by Defence Minister Khawaja Asif for neglecting its duties as a neighbouring and fraternal country and for disobeying its counterterrorism pledges under the Doha Peace Agreement. This scenario must end immediately, he urged. Although Mr. Asif refrained from declaring Pakistan would actively pursue terrorists who crossed the border into Afghanistan, as he threatened a few months ago, it is evident that Islamabad is losing patience with Kabul. Since the security establishment has until far refrained from making such direct comments on the issue, the ISPR statement regarding the Afghan Taliban's inaction about counterterrorism is highly relevant. The state of affairs has gotten worse for a good reason. Pakistan's leadership was upbeat in knowing that a friendly regime had taken power in the neighbouring country when the Taliban marched into Kabul in August 2021. Events that followed exposed this assumption's flaw. A recent UN report that claims 20 terrorist groups have freedom of movement under the Taliban's protection reflects the reality of the situation. The TTP is part of the emirate, and the regime's links to them are the closest of all. The strategic depth theory seems to have completely fallen apart. What else can Pakistan do besides express its disapproval of an Afghan government that refuses to be labeled a global pariah due to its human rights abuses? While bilateral efforts must continue, a regional strategy can succeed better. Such initiatives have already started. China, Pakistan, and Iran had their first trilateral conference on the regional security situation last month in Beijing. It is worth noting that the Taliban's defenses have a weakness. There is a growing rift within its leadership between the ideologues in Kandahar and the pragmatists in Kabul, as the UN above study elaborated in some detail. The first significant foreign investment under the Taliban was a multi-million-dollar agreement to collect oil from the Amu Darya Basin made in January by a Chinese company. Pragmatists would undoubtedly be interested in the potential of continuing such investments in cash-strapped Afghanistan or the risk of losing them.